Hey guys, this is Starcraft and I'm back to cast another awesome 2v2 game for you, and this one will be on Twilight Fortress. I believe last game I forgot to introduce the map was Discord 4, a great game last time between these two teams. This will be game number 2. It is going to be Cubert, the red Terran. His partner will be Aristeo, the blue Zerg, and their opponents, EGStrifeCro, the teal Zerg, and his teammate is EGAxSlav, the purple Protoss. And last game, okay, if you haven't watched these games or you haven't watched the last game, go watch it now, because I'm going to start talking about the previous games every time I watch a new replay. So fair warning right there. EGAxSlav, Team EG won last game. It was really well played, very well played by them. EGAxSlav actually was able to secure a very, very fast expansion, and he was able to protect it with the help of his partner by getting some immortals out just in the nick of time against the heavy roach and tank push from Cubert and Aristeo. So we will see this game. I expect to see a bit of a more defensive play from Aristeo and Cubert, as every time I've watched them play on this map, what they like to do is Cubert will go for that fast bunker on the front with his 2 Marines, and Aristeo will usually get a fast expansion on this map. And with no spawning pool down yet for Aristeo, I'm expecting to see a fast expansion. He is banking a bunch of minerals. This probe is going to try and intercept that before it can get down, but it is too far behind, and at the same time, StrifeCro will be getting his fast expo. And this is something, when I've spawned as Zerg on this map, that I've started doing. It's a great map to go for a fast expansion. And actually Aristeo says Forge, because he has apparently scouted that the Forge is coming in for EGAxSlav. So are we going to see some cheese here? Where's the probe? Where did that probe go? for EGAxSlav, because I want to see if there's going to be any cheese, or is it just a defensive is it going to be a defensive cannon at the front of their choke to prevent the rush from any Zerglings and whatnot, while they both get their fast expansions up and running. So this Marine will try and intercept this scouting probe. It is being chased by a drone, so it's not really going to have time to set up any cannon. So it's a little bit too late already for any kind of cheese to go on for this probe, and it's just a matter of time until this probe goes down. Interesting, I'm wondering, is Cubert going to be throwing down a tech lab on this barracks and go with his standard Marine Marauder heavy build with tanks for support later? Or will he be like last game? Actually, he's going to be throwing down his fast expansion. Same thing with EGAxSlav. So everybody going for a fast expansion. We are going to be seeing a macro fest. Who can get the best economy and the largest army the fastest? We will see, as EGAxSlav is actually, he built 1 photon cannon, so not overdoing it. Definitely utilizing his scouting to his advantage, realizing that both of his opponents are going to be fast expanding as well, so no need to overdo it on the photon cannons on the front of this base. What a lot of players will do is build too much static defense at the front, and while it will prevent any kind of rush from coming in, what it does do is it really uses up a lot of your minerals, which could be spent on a movable army. And while your opponents can just go, oh, he's going to build a bunch of cannons in his front, guess what? I'm going to go air and come in, or I'm going to go for a drop and come in over here, or instead of that, I'm just going to expand over the entire map and then and starve you out. So never want to put too much static defense at the front. As you see, what Cubert likes to do is throws down 1 bunker, which is recoverable minerals. I don't know exactly when you salvage a structure as Terran, I believe you get back 75% of the minerals. So a bunker at 100 minerals, if somebody could post if that's wrong, please. And if you when you salvage a bunker, you get back 75 minerals, I believe. So, like, after a certain point in the game, probably after a few minutes, once Cubert gets a better army up there, he will salvage that bunker when they decide to push out. And the last time I watched Aristeo and cubert play on this map, Aristeo did exactly what he's doing right now. He macroed up droning, getting tons and tons of drones, and then went for massing mass Mutalisk. And so we do see he's got two extractors fully mining now, and he has thrown up. He's just finished putting all of his drones that he can on these extractors, and now EGStrifeCro actually has an overseer in the main of Aristeo. Going to be checking out what's going on here. This overseer may actually not make it, as cubert is microing these marines to try and kill it. Will he be able to kill it? No, because of this ledge right here. That's got to be annoying for him, needing to bring his marines all the way around down here to deal with this scouting overseer. So good job of getting the vision by StrifeCro. And what are they going to do about it? StrifeCro does have a few lings up here at the watchtower. And meanwhile, I've been focusing a lot on the bottom team. I want to see what's going on up here. We see double Stargates coming out for EGAxSlav, and actually the scan going down for cubert. So now I have to check this. Cubert just did the scan, and his scan does not see the Stargates positioned nicely over there by EGAxSlav. So they may suspect that some kind of error is coming out. Actually, StrifeCro already has finished his Spire. And so we are seeing a bunch of Mutalisks coming out for Aristeo, and there are also a ton of Mutalisks coming out for StrifeCro. So it is going to be a massive air battle coming up soon, and cubert may have to join in on this at some point with some Vikings. Actually, Phoenix will be coming out for EGAxSlav, so interesting there. Phoenix always a strong play against tanks, especially because you can lift them off and then they become useless. But the Mutalisk is going to be really interesting to come to see these Mutalisks here, as StrifeCro has a significant numbers advantage in the Mutalisk department. And will he reveal that and start chewing away at these Zerglings, or will he try and come around the back and do some economic damage to cubert? There's one missile turret. A second turret is coming down, but it's going to be too late if these Mutalisks decide to focus down this turret. They could easily kill that and then do a ton of damage, but instead they're going to try and stay out of range of this turret, and in the process not end up doing very much. Though if he had tried to focus down this turret, he may have lost a couple of extra Mutalisks there. Actually, these Mutalisks are going to be killing this third base that Aristeo was trying to throw down in the center. And actually, it looks like just EGAxSlav is just scouting down here at the high yield, wants to make sure that cubert and Aristeo do not get a hold of that high yield. A early Thor is out for cubert, so that will be a very strong play against this Mutalisk ball, as Mutalisk will have to be placed in that magic box formation to try and avoid being obliterated by those Thor javelins, or whatever they call that they shoot at the air. As now the Spore Crawler is coming down from Aristeo, but it's going to be too late. These Mutalisks are going to easily take that up, but Mutalisks from Aristeo, meanwhile, actually has a slight numbers advantage. I believe Aristeo with 12 Mutalisks in that group. No, actually, StrifeCro has the numbers advantage, and now with the Phoenix support, that is going to be a potent army. But the problem is, if they had some ground forces to go with that, which it looks like the Templar Archives coming down for EGAxSlav, a couple of extra gateways. So if they can get a ground force, ooh, EGAxSlav trying to set up this sneak expansion down here. Aristeo will be having none of that as the Zerglings come flying in here. Will this Nexus have to be canceled? It looks like it is going to have to be canceled right there before it can before these Mutalisks can get here to try and help. As hey, if your opponent has air superiority with a lot of Mutalisks, always remember the Speedlings are faster than even Mutalisks, so you can actually continue to harass expansions with Zerglings. You see these Mutalisks desperately trying to chase these Zerglings around, and really the only thing StrifeCro could do is he needs to make some more Zerglings of his own to chase around Aristeo's Zerglings, but he's going to be making a ton more Mutalisks, so going for a mass Mutalisk build is StrifeCro, and these Zerglings getting sort of left unattended here by Aristeo. I wonder if he's just scouting to see if there are any ground forces if and when they will be moving out, but it looks like cubert and Aristeo, cubert marching his giant army of tanks and Thors out towards the other base. Keeping the Mutalisk overhead is Aristeo, and Zerglings twirling around as these Mutalisks will be protecting all these tanks from the Phoenix. So pretty intense right now. It looks like cubert is going to try and set up camp right outside of the main of Team Evil Genius. And what are they going to be able to do about it? There's the Phoenix would be great against these tanks, but with the Mutalisk support, and then the Thors to defend against StrifeCro's Mutas. This is going to be very interesting. I don't know if EGAxSlav and StrifeCro will be able to hold this off. Aristeo actually even has a bunch of Corruptors himself, and perhaps even going to be turning those into Broodlords later. We will see, but these Thors getting a little bit ahead of themselves are going to be coming in here and starting to shoot away at this giant ball of Mutalisk. A ton of damage being done right there to that ball of Mutalisk, and StrifeCro is in a lot of trouble. He's trying to buy some time. They need to coordinate their attack. They got to make something happen. Here we go. EGAxSlav is going to try and push out the Zerglings, though, getting a nice surround on all of those ground units. And Aristeo, meanwhile, coming in over the top, firing away at this Void Ray. And the Phoenix trying to lift off these tanks. They have lifted off 3 of these tanks, which is doing quite a bit as far as stemming the tide. And StrifeCro, look at how many Mutalisks he has trying to fire away. Aristeo, all of his Mutalisks are going to go down. All of the Corruptors look like are going to eventually go down because there are so many Mutalisks in here. But look at the exchange right now. Both teams, really an even exchange of forces right there, as EGAxSlav and StrifeCro able to hold the defenses hold. And meanwhile, though, Aristeo doing a nice job sending some Zerglings in on the side to take out anything that was at this base. I'm not sure how many drones were there, but if there were any, they are now dead. But StrifeCro with the superior Zergling army right now, perhaps going to try and do some harassment himself, as EGAxSlav is now shuttling a ton of... Sorry about that. My computer just had a friggin' mental breakdown. So we are back. EGAxSlav is trying to shuttle a ton of probes down here to this fresh new expansion with some cannons there to protect it from the air harass and whatnot. A ton of zealots are actually out for EGAxSlav on the field at this point. He must have had some excess minerals. And those zealots, actually, if the charge is finished, actually the Blink is getting a research right now. There are some Zerglings out here getting torched up. I want to check his Twilight Council really quickly here to make sure, yes, the charge is finished on those, all those zealots down there. Where did they go? Where are they running? A couple of them down here. Looks like they were able to cancel a command center from cubert down there. I sort of switched away there at the wrong time. I'm looking for that giant wall of zealots that I saw. And what happened to it? I guess they ran up here to the middle. So EGAxSlav and StrifeCro will be rallying to the middle right now. It's really it's anyone's game right now. These High Templars could make a huge difference in the upcoming engagement. It looks like cubert and Aristeo are going to push out and try and attack here. A bunch of Hellions also on the field for cubert. And what are they going to do? It looks like StrifeCro is going to try and intercept this army while these siege tanks are out of siege mode. And a lot of damage being done. These zealots are coming running in here from StrifeCro, or EGAxSlav, excuse me. And cubert's army getting completely caught out of position. cubert GG's and leaves the game. Holy hot damn. Wow, that was huge right there, as Aristeo was not even ready. cubert started pushing out here, and this Overlord from StrifeCro spotted it, and they just EGAxSlav's excuse me, EGAxSlav and StrifeCro did not waste any time. They said, oh, look at all those siege tanks caught out of siege mode. I'm just going to run right in there and kill all of you, and then you will have to GG, and that will be it. So, wow, Team Evil Genius up 2-0 on Team Empire. So, very impressive. Some exciting games so far. Thanks for watching. Sorry about that computer glitch in there. My antivirus software decided that it would conquer, and for some reason, when StarCraft tabs out, or if I tab out, or if something else tabs out of it while Fraps is on, it the entire computer explodes. So I had to restart and get back in there for you. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is StarCraft, and peace out.